hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury, this multi-time heavyweight champion of the world, fighting out of Manchester, England. He'll beat you down and then sing to you afterwards. The Gypsy King, Tyson Fury. He's so big.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing.
All the talking. These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. That left hook missed. He threw a punch and just got countered. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Do you believe what we are seeing? Those counter punches have to hurt. And he scores with the counter. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now, this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
They exchange punches. That counter punch caught him clean. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Beautiful counter punch. How about that time counter shot? Well done with that counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. You, all three judges here are going to give that round. Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? Excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Misses with the straight left. Perfect counter shot. Good counter punch. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Counter puncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
There's a counter shot. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Didn't land that jab. That uppercut misses. Nice catch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, there was no doubt about who shot. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
The perfect counter lands. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. It's all offense all the time. Catch and shoot. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Punch, counter punch. This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
That counter shot lands. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Nice punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got...
There's the bell for round 4. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. Jab does not score. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Good counter punching. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those important areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skin them, go for speed.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Both men step back for just a moment. You'd like to see more jabs. Tyson Fury just got rocked. Do you believe this? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Good round. I like that. I'm happy.
Back on the job.
this venue, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Todd Grisham, and we are live here at the one-of-a-kind Empire Fight Camp. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
And now it's time. The Gypsy King. The Gypsy. An open-air outdoor stadium. What a venue for this contest.
The fighters have got to stay focused, concentrate, don't get carried away. They're not part of the carnival.
We're expecting an all-out offensive display. That hook won't score. Beautiful counter shot. That left hook missed. A perfect counter shot. A perfect counter lands. That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. Those counter punches have to hurt. It is a sunny and hot day, and no, we're not inside. No air conditioning or air con, as they say in the UK.
In such heat, the cornermen need to be able to do their job. Think about what they're doing. One to cool you down, one to ice you back, one to give you instructions in your head, and one to just calm you to tell you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. Because that's the most important thing. Forget about the heat. Forget about everything else.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Catch and shoot. Good counter punch. Nice counter shot. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. Here we go. It's round two. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Straight right just misses. Well done with that counter shot. Nice counter shot. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Nice counter. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
You're fine to the counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
That jab won't score. And he scores with the counter. Missed with that jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who... Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, If it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How about that time counter shot? Off the charts action from both of these fighters. That counter shot lands. Good counter punching. It's bombs away. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Beautiful counter punch. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. They're both trying for a knockout. That counter punch caught him clean. Punch, counter punch. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
Dominance, without a doubt.
Back at it in round 4. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Can't land that jab. He threw a punch and just got countered. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. They exchanged punches. And this is incredible action from both of these heavyweights. They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
There's a counter shot. Nice counter punch. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. That cut is going to cause some problems. They might want to call a doctor up. And there's the bell for round 5. What a round we just saw. Let's see what we've got in store for us here.
What a round. What have they got left? How can you get better than that? That is ridiculous. That's stuff you see on video games.
Beautiful counter punch. These two were made for each other. The straight right just misses. Perfect counter lands. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
I've I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Those counter punches have to hurt. A perfect counter shot. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. That counter shot lands. And that left hook doesn't find its target. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. They're going to call the doctor over in a minute to check out these cuts.
Cornerman, get your job done, dude.
Let's start the sixth. They're up and ready to go. Surely this round won't be as good as the last one.
How much energy did they use? How hard and how tough and how much they had to dig deep. This is just ridiculous. I don't know what to expect. I'm tired just watching it.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. And he misses with that straight left. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Beautiful counter shot. Missed with that right uppercut. Let's see if they go to the body. They exchange punches. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. That cut is going to cause some serious problems.
My concern is the corner. Are they going to be...
Here we go. It's round 7. What a fight it has been so far. Wonder what we're going to see in this round.
What a round. I'm exhausted. They must be absolutely shattered. What could you tell a man when he comes back to the corner? You need the instructions to be simple, precise. Don't befuddle him because...
Well, hold on a second, Johnny.